welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do the last week of April week number 4 budget. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We'll do the income. Dane did not get a paycheck this week. He will get his first paycheck and his last unemployment hopefully next week. For myself, I got paid. It was $631.35. And then for other, this is actually coming from our savings because it's the end of the month. So we're going to pull what we need to from the savings account. And I'm hoping this will be the last time we need to do that this year. So, but yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be the last time we're going to have to do it. So for this month, to cover everything for this week, and then also this is our starting amount for next month, so we have to have the money to cover the mortgage and the property payment. Those are our two big ones. Sorry, I did not want to focus today. Those are our big payments that we make during the month or during the beginning of the month. And then also there's a few days that go into next week that are still part of April. So I'm kind of accounting for that as well. So grand total that we're pulling from the savings this month, it's a big chunk, but $3,500. It's a little more than I'd like, but it's just reality. So grand total for income for this week is going to be $4,131.35. So let's go ahead and come down here. Our starting balance, which rolled over from last week, was $29.79. Income, like we just said, was $4,131.35. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the Chase, which is where we do majority of our transactions is on the Chase card. Starting balance is $1,400. So now that Dane is back to work, I'm really hoping we will not have to have these big rollovers anymore. That is what I'm looking forward to. That'll be nice. All right, let's go ahead and jump into what we spent on 4/22, McDonald's. So I had my last surgery this week. Hopefully it's my last one ever. And I had my kidney stone. They did remove my kidney stone, and they got the stent out as well. The reason I'm talking about this is because I'm pretty sure this is from when no, it's not. That's a McDonald's that we got later on. We got McDonald's after my surgery. It's our go-to thing, something easy. So we got McDonald's. That was $12.27. Also on 4/22, the ever-present Home Depot. Someday we won't need to do them anymore, but I believe actually I bought this one. This was $105.79, and this was like 4 things. It was like 2 gallons of paint. One was a primer and some rollers. Oh, and then a new thing to go on our ceiling. But yeah, it's expensive every time you go there. Nothing is cheap when you're redoing stuff in your house. And also on 4/22, we got Domino's for dinner. That was $44.46. Next was 4/22. Went to Walmart. I forgot to figure out how much of that was other. Maybe none of it. I don't remember. No, some of it was. I can't remember for sure how much though. But $233.44 is the total. And then on 4/24, we got Chipotle. That was $21.04. And then on 4/25, we got Dairy Queen. That was $8.02. Next on 4/25, we got Rallies. That was $8.26. On 4/25, Went to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was the day before my surgery because that's like my go-to thing before surgery, apparently. Because it was Tuesday, we went and got wings for dinner. That was $36. And then on 4/25, the marathon. And Dane got gas in my car, so Trailblazer. And that was $37.81. It's my car, but honestly, now that Dane's going to work, he's driving my car a lot because it's better on gas mileage than his truck, and I have a very short commute, so I've been driving his truck. Thankfully, I haven't had to put gas in it yet, but that will be expensive. Alrighty, on 4/26, got Peacock. That's 99 cents. And we have actually been using it a ton. We really enjoyed it. Honestly, a large part of it is we watched The Office, and now we are rewatching The Office, the extended version. Still funny, second time around. Alrighty, also on 4/26, Dane went to the chiropractor. That was $40. And then on 4/26, went to Rite Aid and got my medicine. Yeah, Dane was out so bad. Like, after my surgery, he brought me home, and then he ran to the chiropractor. He was hurting. His back was out. And then Rite Aid was $21.04. And then on 4/26, got donuts and other little goodies from there. It was $14.24. And then on 4/26, we got McDonald's. Spent a lot of money on 4/26. And that was $15.66. And then on 4/26, we did Tractor Supply. We ordered Dane a couple of pairs of pants for work. I ended up returning the pair that we'd gotten off of Amazon. They didn't fit quite right, and so we ordered some from Amazon. It was like 2 pairs for about the same price as one. The Tractor Supply payment was $118.70. That was for 2 pairs of pants, so we bought 1 pair off of Amazon, but those were Carhartts, and that was over $95, so. But we returned those. And then on 4/27, Planet Fitness, I hadn't realized, sorry, I hadn't realized that my card had expired on there, and so I owed them for a couple of months worth, and that was $66.18. I think I'm actually going to go cancel this membership because I really don't use it enough, and then just work out at home is my plan. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Then on 4/28, I got Rite Aid, and that was $24.78. That was a few things. So I actually ended up going to the emergency room the day after surgery, and because I had an allergic reaction to something, and found out my potassium was low, a few other different things. And so I had to get a prescription, I had to get Benadryl, and then also I was having horrible heartburn from something, and so I needed to buy more Tums, and they were expensive there. Like, I bought a big bottle, but it was still $14. Like, that's a lot. So that was my big expenses at Rite Aid. And then on 4/28, thankfully though, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not in as much pain anymore, and I'm just feeling a million times better, so that's been good. Like I said, though, on 4/28, went to Meijer because I wasn't feeling good that day, and I don't know why, but I was like terrified to eat anything, and so I went and bought a rotisserie chicken, so that was $7.41. I literally just went into Meijer, bought a rotisserie chicken, and went home. But hey, it was nice to have that easily accessible. Then on 4/28, we got dinner from Applebee's. Because like I said, I was not feeling good, so I was not going to cook. So we got what are they called? like a bowl, and it's got rice and chicken with like a chimichurri sauce and lettuce and stuff. It was really good. Dan and I both got the same thing. And we had it delivered. That was our first time doing delivery from Applebee's. It was a little more expensive, but that was $36.74. We actually looked at getting Chipotle delivered, but I don't think I will ever do Chipotle delivery. They upcharge you on everything, and then they charge you a fee too. Like, yeah, no, it's not that far. I'll just go get it. And then we've got Amazon returns. There were 5 of them total because I had bought shoes and things to for summer for work if it ever returns to summer. Where I'm at in Michigan, it literally snowed yesterday. So it didn't stick or anything, but it snowed, and that's not okay. It is now May. It is time for the snow to be gone. Well, it's almost May, but yeah. So Amazon returns, and that was $251.91. That was Dane's work pants, some stuff that I had ordered that I didn't end up keeping. And then the last thing on 4/28 was Home Chef. And that was $65.93. So when we moved, this is my little 2 cents to you. When we moved, I set up a Home Chef for Dane. So that way we could do like the discount, the brand new stuff, and we did. However, now we're switching back to mine because I've had it for so long, I guess. Mine is cheaper. Some of the meals are cheaper, and I believe my shipping is $1 less. So I'm sure they will up it soon, but I went ahead and switched back to mine because it's a little cheaper. So $65.93 was our total for that. So grand total, it's a big one, but we started with $1,400. We add everything, subtract out those Amazon discounts, or not discounts, returns, and our total is $2,066.85. And since it's the end of the month, we went ahead and paid that off. So $2,066.85, because you know I like to start the month with a fresh start and $0 balance. I've mentioned it before. I could always just pull that money out little by little each week, but for me, I like to see what the grand total is so that I know exactly how much we had to pull out for the month of April. We spent an extra $3,500 that we did not make. Now, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, my husband's been laid off all winter, and he just went back to work. So now that he's back to work, we won't be pulling from the savings, hopefully, at all. And I'm hoping to start building it back up. So if you want to see where we ended on everything, make sure you watch my monthly budget. What do I even call those? I can't remember right now. But basically when I end the budget for April, make sure you give that a watch. As soon as the month is over, I will go ahead and get that video recorded and put that up. But moving on, we're going to work on the Capital One. This one is always pretty small. Starting balance was 0. One thing on here. On 4/22, Netflix came out. And that was, sorry, I don't even know if I'm in the screen there. That was $15.49. That was it. That was the only thing that was on the Capital One card. That one we only really use for payments that are recurring. We don't really use that card very much, but it's nice to have because during Christmas time, like December, somebody did fraud on our Chase card, and so we had to turn that card off and wait for a new one to come. We were able to still use our Capital One card, so that was nice. We actually earned a little bit more cash back. So like the Capital One, we get 1.5% at all times on everything. The Chase card has its rotating categories that you get 5% on, and then you get 1% on everything else. The reason I like to use the Chase, though, is for one, it's just, I like the app a little bit better to use, and this one I can pay extra on, where the Chase, or the Capital One, I have to wait for the money for everything to post before I can pay it off. So I like to use the Chase for that reason. But grand total, sorry about that little spiel there. Let's move on. $15.49. Again, paid that off. Balance of 0. So that'll be nice. First week of May, we're starting with 0 balances again. Maybe we'll be at the point where we can actually just pay them off weekly again and we don't have to worry about all this. I don't think that's been on there since probably January when we were doing some of those. All right, so payments this month, we only had the 2. Or this week, not this month. And Capital One. Everything else was already paid. The Chase was $2,066.85, and Capital One was the $15.49. So if we go ahead and add those two up, grand total was $2,082.34. And we're going to come over here and put that on the payment side. So $2,082.34. So we take our starting balance, add in the income, and subtract out the payments. And our balance rolling over into next week is $2,078.80. It's a pretty good sized one. But like I said, this is going to cover the mortgage payment, the property payment. This will also cover our AAA payments haven't come out yet, and also a few transactions that have happened and kind of an idea of what they will be. So when I'm recording this, it's actually past, it's the 1st right now. So I'm going ahead and I added everything in, and it gives me my grand total onto here. But all right, guys, that is it. Let's zoom you out for a second, kind of give you a little bit more of an overview. That was the last week of April. April is done. It wasn't a bad month, but I'm glad it's over. Like, if you haven't seen my other videos, just on a personal note, I had a kidney stone that I've been dealing with that I've known about for the last 3 months. And I've had to have 2 surgeries this month, and they finally got it out. And so they broke it all up, got everything out. So that is great. I never really understood. I don't have any children, so I don't know what it's like to give childbirth, but I've had other people say, like, the pain from a kidney stone is as bad as childbirth, and I never had that bad of pain. Like, it was bad. The first one I ever had, which was 5 years ago, I went to the emergency room because I was vomiting because the pain was so bad. And, like, even then, I wouldn't say it was as bad as childbirth. That being said, the way I felt after, like, the first surgery, I get it. Like, I was in more pain after the first surgery than I was beforehand. But thankfully, it's gone, like, and I'm going to do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. But since I've had 2, like, the likelihood of me having them again is pretty high, unfortunately. All right, guys, sorry about that little tangent there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. You guys help to keep me motivated to keep going and keeping track of my budget, and I appreciate you guys greatly. All right, hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.